Okay, Shalom Aleichem everyone. We are here to continue the halachas of Hashavas Aveda, and today we'll speak about a very common case, and that is, what's the halacha if you go on the street and you find on the floor on the sidewalk, you find a scarf or a glove, something like that, a small beged, and you want to know what to do with it. Is it chiyuv Hashavas Aveda? There's no chiyuv Hashavas Aveda. So what do we do with it? So the halacha is like this. If it's a davar sheyesh b'siman, you look, if it has a name, avadai, so then you should do Hashavas Aveda. Call the person, try to find out who it is, if it has a siman. Most of the times, these small items, a glove or scarf, does not have a siman on it. It's the davar she'ein b'siman. What's the halacha of davar she'ein b'siman? Could I pick it up? Should I leave it there? So the halacha is that if we would have known that the bailim was meyash, then arelu shaloi, you don't have to pick it up. But since we don't know if the bailim was meyash or not, because it's not something which is memashmash bekisa b'chol shah, probably he opened the door, fell from his car, or from his pocket, it's not something which is memashmash bekisa mamash b'chol shah, so we don't know, when I pick it up now, when I see it now, I don't know if it's before Yush or after Yush. If it's before Yush, it still owns it, you should try to return it to him. If it's after Yush, so then arelu shaloi. So the halacha is, with Pashtus, you would have to go and pick it up. But the problem is, if you pick it up, what are you going to do with it? There's no siman. How are you going to be machris? What are you going to say? I found a scarf. Who is going to give a siman? There is no siman. So you can't really return these things. Because of that, the Rekiva Eger says, a big chiddush, that this Rekiva Eger is in Bava Metzia Chof Aleph Amud Beis, Diba Maschil Omnam. Says Rekiva Eger, something which doesn't have a siman, and you see it on the floor, there is no halacha of lo yisuchalis alim. You could ignore it. And the reason is, says Rekiva Eger, because I can't return it anyways. So there is no halacha of lo yisuchalis alim. That's Rekiva Eger's big chiddush. However, there is a Shulchan Aruch Harav in Veda Metzia and Sif Beis, Reish Nun Tes Sif Beis, and the Shulchan Aruch Harav says that avadai, you do have a chiyuv lo yisuchalis alim, and you do have to pick it up. You can't just ignore it, even if it's ein b'siman. What am I going to do with it? And Eliyahu is going to come. He's going to tell you who to return it to. So according to Rekiva Eger, you see this glove or the scarf, leave it there. According to Shulchan Aruch Harav, you go ahead and pick it up. Now, there is a svara to say that even according to Shulchan Aruch Harav, you should leave it there and don't touch it. And the reason for that is because the Yashiv said, and it's brought down in Sefer Hashavas Aveda Kilchos, like Perek Aleph, Sif Samech Tes. There he says like this, that since today people don't really look for things, especially if it's inexpensive items, people don't look for it. So therefore, the best way to return something to someone is leave it there where it fell. The person might come back and track himself down and his steps down, and he's going to find it where he dropped it. That is the best way to do Hashavas Aveda. So based on that, plus you have a Rekiva Eger over here, I would say that based on this, what Yashiv is saying, that avada, if you see a Aveda she'en b'siman, if it's a glove or a scarf that doesn't have a siman, it's better to leave it there and don't pick it up. In this way, this is a better way to be meishiv the Aveda to the bailim. If he's going to come back and find it, then you picking it up and taking it home. So it's better to just leave it there. What's the halacha if a person finds a muktzeh on Shabbos, an aveda which is a muktzeh on Shabbos? So I walked down the street on Shabbos and I see a small MP3 player, a small phone, or a camera. What's the halacha? What should I do? Should I pick it up or not? On one hand, there's a Issa Muktzeh. On the other hand, what do you mean? You have mitzvah deoraisa of Hashavas Aveda. It's a davar sheyesh b'siman. A person could give a siman which type of pictures he has in there, and you could return it to him. So maybe Hashav Teshivim deoraisa should be doiche the Issa Muktzeh of the Rabbanon. So this question really, there is a Bir Halacha, Reish Samech Vav, Seif Yud Gimel. He's besupag in this halacha. Taki, what should you do? However, in the Chassam Sofer Siman Pei Beis, or Chaim Siman Pei Beis, says that Kol Shebesheloi Eino Machzir Shel Acherim is also Potter. And that means like this, The same way, the halacha in Shabbos Aveda is like a sniff of the Ohavta L'Reacha Kamoicha and Kamoicha. So that means like this: if I have a camera or a phone on the floor on Shabbos, I can't pick it up because it's a Krishma Nachtal Isra, it's a Muktzah. I can't pick it up. It's also Mechamel L'Tzel. That's the halacha. You can't move a Muktzah on Shabbos from the sun. It's getting ruined in the sun. You can't move it L'Tzel. That's the halacha. Muktzah is also Betiltul. So the same way the Bailim cannot do it, I don't have to be better than the Bailim themselves. And since the Bailim cannot pick up Muktzah, so I also, Amoitze, the Aveda, also is potter from picking up the Muktzah. That's the halacha l'maaseh, also in the Ochel Shabbos, in Chilik Beis, Perek Yutes, goes like that, halacha, that you don't have to pick up an Aveda, which is Muktzah, on Shabbos.